welcome to beautiful Colorado Springs and Falcon Stadium. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Air Force Falcons. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. The Noles headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Air Force's offense will be first on the attack. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He may not be the best-known star around, but man, does this team love what he brings.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Pulls it. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Looking for room. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Florida State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him.
Just plowing ahead. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Daniels. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't set his feet.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Hands it off. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
It's complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a fourth and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this fourth down.
Fourth down and one, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker. Here's some daylight. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Noles are rolling down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they could have an explosive offense. Get that side of the ball taken care of again, a long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff from the gun. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And he almost had a pick.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Looking for running room. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They punt it away on 4th down. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Going with the counter play here. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Flush to the left. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Lucky to get it off.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline. They've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. Left side, it's Thomas. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points.
He uncorks 1 deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the 2nd half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Falcons will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Play action on first down. Move to his right. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Robinson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Seminoles, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Hand it to the back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the 2nd half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. And now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Now on the move. There he goes. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Falcons.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he closes going virtually end-to-end, a 90-yard run for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Going to the ground. Still running at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Keeps it on the ground. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Croma. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Field goal is good. And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. To the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
To stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Under pressure. Unloads in the nick of time.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game. And Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Handoff to the single running back. Is his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.